Hi, my name is Charles Chan. I'm one of the founders for Zurich Medical. So we're in the interventional cardiology space, and one of the things that we have happening is when a patient goes in and gets their cath, the physician is looking for blockages visually after shooting dye. The problem is that sometimes these visuals can be a little bit deceptive. So here you'll see two different patients. One of them has a blockage and one of them actually is okay. Now, if we take a look at the blood pressure across the two zones, so if you see the red dot and the blue dot, the comparative pressures are shown below, and the patient on the right has significant blockage versus the patient on the left. But if you only look at the image, you wouldn't be able to get that same decision making. So this is fractional flow reserve, FFR. And what you're trying to do is you're measuring pressures across a lesion. Here, the key tool is the guide wire that goes past an arterial blockage and is measuring pressure downstream. That's actually really hard to do because you got to get that pressure sensor past the blockage. And if you take the pressure difference between the distal pressure of the blockage with the proximal pressure that you can get from your arterial line, that ratio is your fractional flow reserve, FFR. The lower the FFR, the more severe the blockage is. So FFR really became a market when this New England Journal of Medicine article was published called FAME. It really gave commercial legs to being able to do this regularly as a product. And since that time, and since 2012, the ACC/AHA has already given Class 2A guidelines published for usage. And so we really see FFR market continuing to grow and potentially growing to $1 billion market. Now, there are a lot of competitors in this space, the big ones, Abbott, Philips, Boston, they're here. They haven't really updated the technology. And I'm going to jump through for one of the things that you're going to see compared from here to us. Now, our core competitive advantage is that we don't have any capital equipment. And you saw in the previous one, every single company has big capital equipment they need to roll into the cath lab to be able to do the procedure. We started with a white sheet of paper and built it basically watching how physicians use it. And for us, that really is one of our core selling points. The other one is, like I said, the competitors have not really updated their guide wires since they started developing it. That was over 20 years ago. And we know this because all their patents have expired. And so from a use standpoint, the physician is using 20 plus years old technology for guide wires that, I mean, they're milking this as a cash cow. And so we've built our guide wire from ground up, and that's where we're at. We've got our FDA clearance, we got our CE mark, we have 11 issued patents, and we're currently in limited market release. We've done cases with our product in US, Europe, and China. This limited market release is to help us validate product performance, as well as help us develop our commercial strategy. So for our commercial strategy, we're looking at either going direct by ourselves, distributors, or possibly doing inside sales. So if we win the walleye tank competition, we'd use the funds to validate this pilot study for inside sales. So thank you very much. Happy to take questions at this point.